We actually got a very good deal for the property that Lucas found for us. It's in an Altbau. It's not so far from the center from Leipzig.
We could do it without any down payment, which was completely unique, which is too good to be true for us in the beginning. What I really like is that how the process was so smooth and friendly, even for someone who doesn't understand a lot about the language or the laws of the country. So to make it a bit more simplified, to make it easier for us to understand, is the service I think was really good for us. And this is something that I think which made a lot of difference and why we went with Kapitalanleger.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm from Colombia. I live in Berlin since 2019 and I work in e-commerce.
Hey, I'm Saumya. I'm from India and I've also been living in Germany since 2019. I work with diamonds and jewelry, and apart from it, I also work in cybersecurity company.
So we wanted in general to start investing the money that we were earning here in Germany, and we of course tried or searched different ways, but one of the ways that we found that is long term, it's real estate. So that's why we were interested in searching how to invest in real estate in Germany.
So to do the research of where to find the perfect real estate broker, we actually went online. We watched multiple YouTube videos. We asked AI to help us figure out everything in Germany, and we were filling out multiple website forms. That's how we got in touch with Kapitalanleger as well.
And of course we had a lot of calls, but what we liked the most the call we had with the team from the Kapitalanleger is that they were very personalized. Like they heard our story, they understood our background, they understood the kind of knowledge we had, and they started from zero, teaching us everything, how the process of buying or getting a real estate investment in Germany works.
The team from Kapitalanleger was constantly following up with us, telling us what kind of documents we need, what kind of appointments we should schedule, what kind of bank statements we should have, and our salaries, how much it should be. So everything was a lot more organized, everything was personalized for us. And for us, it was very important that the consultation and all the appointments happen in English, because this is one of the core things that a lot of companies are not able to provide, is that they would just provide consultations in German. And we want to be completely confident that what we are looking for, and we're not getting into some kind of bureaucracy that we don't understand. We didn't want you to sign something that we don't understand on a very long-term big deal. That's where Kapitalanleger helped us a lot. Everything was done very well, smooth in English. So we came to the decision that Leipzig would be a very good option for us, as firstly it was close to where we are living. So we are already living in Berlin, so it made sense as some city which is 1.5 hours away from Berlin. We can visit it when it's needed. We knew Leipzig a little bit. We used all the documents that Lucas provided us about the city, the growth structure, what can happen. We used AI to help us with the research as well. We put all our documents, all the things that Lucas sent us, and it also gave us a very similar answer. And that's how we decided that maybe Leipzig is even a better investment for us if we're looking with the sole purpose of investment. So yeah, that's how we decided on Leipzig.
We actually got a very good deal for the property that Lucas found for us. It's in an Altbau. It's not so far from the center from Leipzig, and we renew it to make it a WG of 3 rooms. It's a really nice location. The building is also really nicely kept and renovated. I think one thing I also liked is that the service was complete. Not only until they sold the property or we found the property, but also they help us to get the financing from different banks. We didn't really have to worry a lot about it. With the notary appointments, they also managed to organize the appointments and explain to us everything what was gonna happen, because in a new country, in a different language, it can be maybe scary to do it alone, but we didn't feel alone because the team from the Kapitalanleger was there helping us. And what I found most impressive, or the highlight, is that even after we got the property, we signed all the papers, basically their job was done, we still kept in touch and the relationship is still there. It's been 1 year that we got the property, but we still keep in touch regarding everything, how the relationship is going with the Hausverwaltung, how the taxes are done. They don't offer this service directly, but they have a full ecosystem where they refer us to experts in that area if we want to take them. So it's like a really complete service. That's what I liked.
Yeah, talking about the numbers and the forecast that we were presented, actually they were quite good, because when we were actually in the consultation about the apartment, it was not a 3-room WG. It was an actual house with a living room and a bedroom. But then Lucas already had a plan that we will convert into a VG. We already have people who know how to do renovation, and this is how it will look like, how much we can rent each room for. And that actually came out perfect because it took 3 to 4 months to do the renovation, and we didn't even knew how it's gonna look like, but it looked very great after the renovation. It looks very new, and now we have 3 rooms and which are being rented at the price that we were promised that. So we're quite happy about the experience, about the numbers that we got from him.
Something that I appreciated a lot about the team of Die Kapitalanleger is that when there was something going wrong, for example, we had a tenant that didn't pay for a couple of months and then needed to move out, Die Kapitalanleger was always there for us. Just a call distance or just a text distance, and they would take care of the situation. And that's something that I felt really accompanied during the whole process. Like, we didn't feel alone with these kind of issues.
So the whole financing process was a lot different than what we have been seeing in videos and what we have seen in other consultations. Because when we were actually exploring the options, one of the things that we really liked a lot is that a lot of videos say that we need to have 10% of the equity in our hand that will go as down payment or the notar costs or the other house costs. But what happened in the case of Kapitalanleger is that they told us that we could do it without any down payment, which was completely unique, which is too good to be true for us in the beginning. So when we actually went in the process, we didn't put any down payment there, not even the first 10%.
I would recommend the Kapitalanleger to every of my colleagues that are also at the job with me, because many of them are internationals. We have maybe high-paying jobs in Germany. There is always some extra cash flow at the end of the month that if you can invest in something like a real estate, it's very useful. So 100% I'd recommend it, and I would keep on recommending the Kapitalanleger to all my friends and colleagues.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me. I would recommend it to my friends or colleagues or the people I know, because I know a lot of expats come here, or a lot of people from different countries who come here to build a future, they want to work here. What I really like is that how the process was so smooth and friendly, even for someone who doesn't understand a lot about the language or the laws of the country. So to make it a bit more simplified, to make it easier for us to understand, is the service I think was really, really good for us. And this is something that I think which made a lot of difference and why we went with Kapitalanleger.
I think when we started this process, we knew zero about real estate investing in Germany, particularly how it works, what cities, a lot of things that now we have a lot more knowledge. And it's all thanks to Lucas and the whole team from the Kapitalanleger, because since beginning, like from zero, they started teaching us what cities make sense or how is the growth in each city. So what would make sense for us particularly, because it depends based on our needs, and how the process with notar, the bureaucracy, the taxes, everything, how it works. So now we know a lot more than we knew at the beginning, and that's all thanks to Lucas and to the team.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Like we got a lot of knowledge during the process of buying the apartment, because as I told earlier that we were not being treated like a number, or like we are not being transferred from an SDR to account executive. Okay, you can buy this, that, which place, and if you don't qualify, we don't speak to you. It was not like that. It was a lot more personalized.
It felt really genuine that he wants to sell the best property for us, and he has the knowledge to do that, and he was doing the whole process. Because sometimes I felt with a lot of other consultations that we had, that when we are being transferred from different employees to other employees, maybe they have one property that they are promoting to everyone, and they want to push that one to whoever comes with the idea of investing. But we didn't feel like this in the Kapitalanleger. We didn't feel like they're trying to push one specific property that doesn't fit, but that Lucas was actually paying attention to what we need and finding based on what we say.
So what gave us more confidence is that both Lucas and Benjamin were themselves investors. So they gave us a lot of emotional support also. They understood that it is a big deal for us. It's not like we buy a house every day or we are doing this every day. So they made sure that they gave us time to think. They made sure that we can visit the property that we want to buy. Because a lot of times some of the consultations say that you have to give a token to visit the property. So these things, someone who is an investor or someone who has bought themselves can understand that, okay, it's a big milestone for anyone who is not buying a property every day. They're going to buy their first property. So to understand that aspect is very important, and I think that gives us a lot of confidence, because both of them are investors themselves and they have bought the properties themselves.
I mean, I just want to thank the whole team because It was not easy since the moment the idea came to our heads that maybe we should invest in real estate in Germany. It felt like something impossible to achieve, like we didn't know anything. And then just meeting Lucas, meeting the whole team from Die Kapitalanleger, learning from them, it just made the whole thing a lot easier, and now it feels like something achievable, and we actually did it, and it's working the way how we were expecting it to work. We are with them, they are all the time with us, helping us and being there present. So I'm just really happy about the whole experience.
It's something special because maybe it wouldn't have been possible if we didn't have the right kind of consultation. And so thanks to the team of Kapitalanleger for that they really understood our needs and give us a good chance to buy a property in Germany, and now we'll have it forever, and that's a big thing to do.